Well, we've been talking about this version, and we could do it.
Oh, the little stinger one?
Stinger hook version.
This you fish a lot. I've seen you still swinging this a lot in the winter months even, which makes sense because the water's cooler, the fish are a little more lethargic, so having that stinger hook in the back, ups your chances for those little plucks or little pulls that you get from the trout or the steelhead when the water's cold.
And I am going to end up cutting this hook right off.
Okay.
And so I'm bending this a little differently. I kind of like bending metal. It's just something about it. So I bent this into that, and I want to make sure it's a little cocked off the side, so I just do this. And a really good hook. And since you're not going to need this, it's just a danger. I just going to cut that right off. Oh, you got to be careful doing this because that little hook point can go anywhere. There.
You don't want to go flying.
Yep. It's in the vise. Probably the hook, the belly contour of this little fish you're sort of imitating is like that. It's actually kind of extreme. I'm going to flatten it out a little bit more. If you got a perfect fly, you could use it as a template. I never do that. I kind of wing it every time.
Well, yeah, you could make a perfect one.
You can make a perfect one and then make a bunch of them all at once, and you don't have to do this over again. But I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah, do it in steps.
Yeah, there. And the first one's not going to be weighted just because that's another complication we don't need to put in there right at the moment. So it's going to be more like the first. I'm going to use wire, which I tend to use fire line instead. You can stiffen it up with cement, but I'm going to use wire this time.
What pound fire line do you usually use?
And the fire line is normally, I think they call it 30 pound, but it seems thicker than that.
Yeah, I like using that.
I like using it more than this wire. This wire actually can kink. Almost even the kind that's coated with plastic can kink pretty good, and I don't have any of the reels. This is something that I think was sold as trolling wire or maybe pike leader or whatever. All right, this is the part where with fire line you want to test and see how far back your hook's going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit more than that. Once you get this business on, it's pretty fast. This is an important part right there when you're tying this on because it's going to have to hold that thing from shifting backwards when you hook a fish.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably that's probably about the right distance for this particular. With a circle hook, you can go much farther back. Wrapping it down and then maybe just wrapping it back once, probably fine. First thing you do, those little things are kind of a pain too. Flatten them out, then you can tie your fly about like we did the first one, which you maybe wrap some. So I think left. Sure. There's some other flash. That's a different kind, isn't it, than there.
Or your brush.
I'll use the brush again, I guess.
Use the stars or the polar chenille even. I like polar chenille a lot.
Polar chenille's is long enough to have this work. I'm probably making this thicker than it really needs to be. If I had used white thread, it probably wouldn't have showed through, but it's all right.
Fish don't care.
Fish don't care. It's a translucent kind of fly. This, when you've got that, where's the one? You can almost see light through this part of it. That's kind of a cool thing.
Cool. Gives it that minnow effect.
Yeah, like through a wing anyway. That's one thing about bucktail. It tends to be more of a silhouette than a solid looking deal. I'm going to do that little bit of hot glue in the middle there, which will keep that in place. It would be like that when you're fishing anyway. It's just, I'm going to put it in there. Kind of. Now we got the belly and side of the little streamer there. No, this ain't working with this one. I got to rip that plastic thing off at some point here. But I like this brand of hot glue gun. I haven't used it before, and it seems to be pretty good. You could cut the bottom at the contour that you want right up at the moment.
Oh yeah, like trim it.
Yeah, trim it a little bit, make it down here a little bit shorter just so it... So this part is where you kink it forward. You want to make sure you got plenty of thread right there. Maybe even put some cement there.
Yeah.
This wire, you got to kink it back like that. Get a couple of wraps on there. The thread that we're using, what is this? 140 ultra thread.
Yeah.
Any of the thicker,
Heavy stuff,
the
yeah.
heavier stuff. I think they go Denny or whatever was the other types, but anyway, it works pretty good. You can't use real light. You got to lash down steel here or wire.
Right.
Right about now, I think it's a good idea to put that hook on there.
Without getting yourself.
Yeah. Now this is a circle hook, which it gets fish. You just can't be as lightning hook setter, and you'll miss some fish if you try to set. You almost have to let the fish set the hook themselves. See if I can get that on there. This is hook eye. It's not very...
Yeah, that's the thing about the wire too.
Yeah.
You get trouble finding what hook actually works well.
Yep, you got to look at that ahead of time, which I didn't. I don't use this wire very much, and it didn't even come out quite right. It's kind of kinked in the wrong place.
Looks good though.
Really probably only have to have one length of it. I mean, instead of this double stuff, but you can change the hook.
Right.
Now you best build your bucktail on that. This hook, is back a little farther. It's a circle hook. Even though it may wander around more while you're fishing it, it's still pretty... Still pretty snag resistant. Yeah, this stuff is pretty ragged. If you're going to put 3 colors on it, it's easy to put too much of any one. And I'm going to put some more orange on there, or lighter orange.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it.
Right, you can get too much on there if you're going to put more than one color. And the fire tiger is supposed to have yellow, maybe fluorescent yellow, red, orange, green. You could more call it chartreuse, and I'm just going to put this on the top and call it done. That would be a good king salmon fly right there. You can put a throat on of something else if you want,
Yeah,
right
like
there.
Little red. And...
Yeah, some of the light bright again, or not light bright. This is ice
you could
dub.
even do that on the very top. A little bit of that black. Crystal.
Oh, the crystal here. Yeah, there you
like
go.
you did with the other
Everything works. That's what's great about it. You can let your imagination carry you
cool
away.
about tying streamers and tying flies in general.
Yeah, you can
Be
you
creative,
can try to make a pattern, or you can make your own patterns.
just like arts and crafts.
Yeah. Especially when you're fishing for migratory fish, salmon, steelhead, you never know what they're going to bite. Mm-hmm. Brown trout, you may end up having to be more specific. Or the pink?
Yeah.
I got some pink out here already. All right, we're sticking it on there. All right, the color of the thread is not coordinated.
Uh-oh.
Darn it. All right, so one last thing. I've got Sharpies with me. I love Sharpies. Grab an orange Sharpie in there.
Oh yeah, you can.
I can change the color of this light colored thread. Maybe before or after I put the...
That's all it takes.
There. I suddenly got color coordinated. And there we got the salmon version done. You don't have to tie 5,000 of them because you don't lube them as much.
All right.
It's the last thing you'd want to do besides put head cement on that is cut this part of the hook right off. It won't sit in the vise anymore,
Yep.
But I think you probably need to for hooking qualities. You could leave that thing up there all the way back, but it looks a little goofy. You just cut it off here someplace. And there is the salmon version. With that circle hook, you got this another level of anti-snagging qualities, I guess you'd call it. The keel and the fact that the stinger's up in the wing, and the fact you got a little point there, and you just let the fish, you don't have to set the hook with a circle hook. You just hope you got it deep enough and it hooks the fish as it comes around the edge of their. So there you have it.
Thanks, Walt.
Now, if you throw it in a tree and it wraps around several times, the guarantee is void of it being snag free. All right, I can't put it back in the vise. Sorry, Scott.
That's all right.
Pretty innovative.
Do we get under
You've
the...
always been probably the most innovative fly tyer I've ever met. It's pretty cool.
It's a fun thing to do.
It's simple, too.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why I always liked your flies, too. They're guide flies.
Your guide flies.
Simple and easy.
Well, a lot of them are. When I get a little bit too complicated, then I just keep it to myself.
So if you're interested in fishing with Walt, his business is Spay Rod Outfitters, and you can contact me or
Contact Jeff. He's usually home. Well, at least your answering machine works.
Well, usually if we're not here, we're both out fishing together, so.
Yeah.